নেবেন কি মেরিনটেক এক্সপোতে স্যাটিসফাইড?
হ্যাঁ, মোটামুটি স্যাটিসফাইড বলতে যে খুব বেশি না, কারণ যেহেতু আমি মেরিনটেক এটাতে এক্সপোতে খুশি, বাট আমার সিএনএফটা আমি চাচ্ছিলাম যে আরও কিছু স্টল আসুক, আরও 10 জনের সাথে পরিচয় হোক, এবং আমাদের শুধু নট অনলি ইম্পর্টেন্ট, আমাদের সিএনএফদের সাথে, যেমন আমার যে 11টা লাইসেন্স আছে অনেকের কাছে এই পরিমাণ নেই।
ইনশাল্লাহ আমরা আগামীবার সিএনএফ এর ফুল সেক্টর কানার ট্রাই করব, আপনারা যাতে আপনারা কমিউনিকেশন করতে পারেন। আপনি কি নেক্সটে আমাদের সাথে পার্টিসিপেট করবেন?
ইনশাল্লাহ ইচ্ছা আছে, যদি সুস্থ থাকি, আল্লাহ রাখে, তাহলে আল্লাহর রহমতে আমি চেষ্টা করব এটাতে করে। এবং আমার কাছে ভালো লেগেছে, এবং এই কনসেপ্টটা স্বাধীনতার পরে ধরেন সিএনএফ এই ঢাকাতে আপনার প্রায় 50 বছর হয়ে গেল, কারণ 73 সাল থেকে যদি হয়ে থাকে সিএনএফটা, আমি স্বাধীনতার পরবর্তীতে বলতেছি, তাহলে 23 সাল আপনার 50 বছর পূর্তি হয়ে গেছে। 50 বছর পূর্তির ভিতরে আসলে সিএনএফ নিয়ে একটা মেলা করা যায় এরকম চিন্তা ভাবনা করিনি, এজন্য আপনাদেরকে ধন্যবাদ।
Followed by closing ceremony on the final day of the 6th International Marinetech Bangladesh Expo, organized by Exponent Exhibition, telling each of you welcome and very good afternoon. In today's session, we have Mr. Abul Kalam Azad Sir, MP and Chairman, Committee of Public Undertakings, Bangladesh National Parliament as chief guest. Special guests, His Excellency, Mr. Charles Whiteley, EU Ambassador, Delegation of the European Union to Bangladesh, Dear Rear Admiral Abdullah Al Mamun Chaudhuri, Chairman, Port Authority, Commodore Mahmoudul Malik, Managing Director, Bangladesh Shipping Corporation, Mr. Muhammad Ashraf Hussain, Deputy Secretary, Blue Economy Cell, Captain SM Atikur Rahman, Commandant, Bangladesh Marine Academy, Borishal, Captain Ataur Rahman, Principal, National Maritime Institute, Mr. Yusuf El Said, Regional Sales Manager, Shipping, Jotun Mia Region, at the main discussion to discuss on the journey to achieving SDGs 2030 and Net Zero 2050. And this session will be moderated by Engineer Mohammad Mahbubur Rahman, CEO, HR Ship Management and Green Ship Recycling Consultant also.
Today I am honored to be the moderator for this session. So initially, just we'll have a video, that two videos consecutively, two videos we will see. So that is for ship recycling. This recycling activity, it is a part of shipping, and this is a new era of Bangladesh. So we will start this session with recycling videos. Thank you. I request to play the videos. This is one of the biggest ship recycling facility in in the world. These years, they are the most compliance along with the HSC compliance, along with the local compliance. So they are fulfilling all this compliance and international standard recycling facility, you can see. They have good trained HSC team. You can see, this is an iconic structure. This is a symbol of, this good establishment. You can see the discipline they are maintaining. So it has been mechanized. You can see the heavy lifting equipments. Use winches to pull the vessel. They have a designated cleaning, oily block cleaning area. The workers' accommodation, it is as per the ILO standard. They are maintaining ILO compliance also. This designated storage facility for hazardous waste. This is the most critical issue, that asbestos. They have asbestos handling equipment, asbestos decontamination unit to remove the asbestos from the ship. They have. This is completely automated oily water separating system. The cleaned oily block cleaned water, they can do the cleaning. They got the SOC Statement of Compliance from Classification Society Class NK. Also the IRS Class Indian Registry of, and this is ISO 30,000 compliant year. We should be proud that Bangladesh is having these sorts of recycling facility. So we are going ahead. So thank you all for watching this video on behalf of SN Corporation. So next, another recycling facility that is also compliant here, because why you are showing these two videos? Because this is the proud moment. We should be proud because, you know, this recycling, Bangladesh is #1 in the world. So this is our pride. And His Excellency, Mr. Waitley, Charles A. Waitley was, in that year he was there, he visited. So he witnessed what is happening in Bangladesh in recycling. So I request to play the next video of KR Ship Recycling. The drinking water facility, eye washing. So this is a compliance, and they are fulfilling the compliance. All compliant here, they have designated ambulance. And both the years, their capacity to demolish a vessel contactless, not a single drop, they will not drop in the water. They are having barge mounted crane and they're capable to demolish contactless demolition. It's called contactless demolition. Not a single drop is not going into the water. Each block, they are maintaining block monitoring file, each block. So it is top notch of the compliance. this is the finishing.
The whole industry now is very serious about modernizing.
So
about
our
upgrading.
Norwegian ambassador visited the yard and he had some good comments, and he showed that both the yards, they have world-class ship recycling facility in the,
Here is
you know,
only to
this is one of the best in the world.
to see how it can be done.
Now I will welcome on the stage to deliver a business presentation Mr. Yusuf El Said, Regional Sales Manager Shipping, Jotun, Middle East, India and Africa region. Mr. Yusuf El Said.
So, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a proud moment to be in Bangladesh. Every time I come to Bangladesh, I mean, there are a lot of progress, a lot of development is happening in the shipping industry and the marine cluster. And we have seen a fantastic video, to be honest, when it comes to the ship recycling, and that's something we need to be proud of moving forward. Today in my presentation, I'll give you a very brief about Jotun commitment into clean shipping. This is what we are looking for. Every ship owner and ship operator now needs to comply with the upcoming shipping regulations, all the way to zero. So if I'll talk about clean shipping, it's very much ingrained about our corporate DNA, guiding every aspect of our operations. And as a leader of a marine coating and a solution, we understand the importance and the role that paint can shape the shipping industry. If I'll give you a very brief about Jotun, our father, he started as a whaling business. And then moving forward, he found a business opportunity to paint vessels. And he started from the anti-corrosive all the way to anti-fouling and all the required primers moving forward. These are the values of our company and the culture that actually design all the interaction and business we are dealing with our partners. If I'll talk about Jotun, we are one of the fastest growing companies worldwide. We're having more than 10,000 employees. And we are scattered all over the world, having more than 40 factories. And one of the interesting factories that we are having is here in Bangladesh. We're having quite investment in Bangladesh, covering the 4 segments. We're having marine coating, decorative, and protective or industrial. We're having a capacity of 5 million liters that we can produce every year, covering all the business needs. If you take a look at any port, or if you go outside in Chittagong, probably 1 out of 4 vessels are painted and protected with our paints, and that's something that we are proud of. If we will talk about the IMO regulations, we still believe that shipping is very much clean industry. We are transporting more than 90% of the global trade, but we are contributing to only 3% of the emissions. Compared to other industry, I think it's very much developing and improving. If we have a quick look about our message to the ship owners and operators, and this should be actually their major concern when it comes to shipping. We need to cut the carbon emissions. We need to protect the biodiversity, and we need to preserve fuel. And you cannot imagine the opportunity we have to cut and fuel saving to many of the ship owners. How this happen, or how can we do it? We will go through it in the presentation. If you put any steel structure into water, you will find the following. Whatever you put inside the water, in just seconds or minutes, a thin film of marine growth will start to build up. And this marine growth, once it's built up, it will have a huge impact on the speed and the drag of the vessel. And then if you want to compensate the speed, then you need to put more power, then you will burn more fuel. If you burn more fuel, then actually you will have more CO2 emissions, and this will harm the environment. So our message, if you're having a clean hull, then you will preserve fuel and you will have less emissions. How can we do that? As a paint company, we're very much concerned about our product, which is coating, but also it's not the major part. The major part is the digitalization now. So as you can see here, we're having products, we're having technical service, because if you're having the most expensive paint of the world and it's applied in the wrong way, then you will not have the required performance. Then we're having analytics that we can, with the ship owners and operators, monitor their performance, and we can get back with a proper analysis of their savings. Also, we can provide underwater inspections for the vessel to assess and measure the hull performance. If you are having a clean hull, then you will reduce the emissions. You will be complying with the regulations, because if you will have a clear perspective of shipping, it's all about regulations and compliance. And this is what we are trying to achieve and support our owners and operators. What we have done in 2022, that we managed to save the environment around 8 million tons of CO2 emissions by only having a clean hull. This is one of our latest innovation, and I may say it's one of the disruptive innovation that we are having in the business now. It's a robot that you can have a proactive cleaning. So if the vessel is idle for quite some time, then you will have a marine growth try to accumulate it on the hull. Then you can get this robot down, it will carry out an inspection, and it will clean the hull, which is very interesting project, especially for the bulk carriers you are having here. And I'm having a very short video. It shows you our hull skater or hull skating solution. So basically this hull skater, it's a partnership between Jotun and Kongsberg. Kongsberg is one of the business leader in maritime. It's around 150 kilos. You can keep it all the time on board the vessel, and whenever you need any inspection or cleaning, you can just get it down into the water and it will carry out the mission. It has approvals in many ports, and what we are working now with the Bangladesh authority that we can have approval to carry out these missions in Chittagong. So in very much brief, clean shipping is not a goal. I think it's a responsibility for all the companies and all the stakeholders in the maritime industry. We need to collaborate together with all our partners to reach our goal all the way to zero emissions. So it's not a sprint. I think it's a marathon. It will take some time to everyone reach the goal. Thank you very much. And if you're having any questions, you can just let me know.
Thank you, Mr. Yusuf El Said, Regional Sales Manager, Shipping, Jotun, Middle East, India and Africa region. So now I welcome Captain Ataur Rahman, Principal, National Maritime Institute, to give a presentation on maritime education. So later on we'll go for the panel discussion and this main course of discussion. So I'll welcome Mr. Ataur Rahman, Captain Ataur Rahman, Principal, National Maritime Institute. Thank you.
Mr. Abul Kalam Azad, MP, Chairman, Committee of Public Undertakings, Bangladesh, National Permanent. Special guest, His Excellency Mr. Charles Whiteley, EU Ambassador, Delegation of the European Union in Bangladesh. Rear Admiral Abdullah Al Mamun Chaudhary, Chairman, Par Airport Authority. Commodore Mahmudul Malek, Managing Director, Bangladesh Shipping Corporation. Atik Sir from Borishal Marine Academy. Mr. Yusuf El Siad, Regional Sales Manager, Shipping. Jotun EMEA, Middle East, India, Africa region. Marine Engineer Mohammad Mahbub Rahman, CEO, HR Ship Management. Mr. Rashidul Haq, Managing Director, Exponent Exhibition Private Limited, and distinguished guests and ladies and gentlemen present, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. I express my sincere thanks and gratitude to the Managing Director, Mr. Rashidul Haq of Exponent Exhibition Private Limited for inviting me to the International Marinetech Bangladesh Expo and conference for the 6th time. Moreover, I thank the authorities for allowing me to speak on this occasion, and I'm also proud for that. I'm throwing some lights on navigating and waves maritime education in Bangladesh, challenges and possibilities. Maritime education plays a pivotal role in the development of a nation's maritime sector, contributing significantly to economic growth, trade, and global connectivity in the context of Bangladesh, a country endowed with a vast coastline and riverine network. Maritime education holds immense potential. However, this sector faces numerous challenges that impedes its progress. This presentation explores the landscape of maritime education in Bangladesh, delving into its challenges and possibilities for advancement. That is why Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman said, your address is Padma Meghna Jamuna. Bangabandhu বলেছিলেন তোমার আমার ঠিকানা পদ্মা মেঘনা যমুনা. Realizing the importance of the riverine and shipping sector of Bangladesh, he kept the responsibility of the Ministry of Shipping to himself after independence. I recall Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, with respect. Maritime education plays a pivotal role in the development of a nation's maritime sector, contributing significantly to economic growth, trade, and global connectivity. In the context of Bangladesh, a country endowed with a vast coastline and riverine network, maritime education holds immense potential. However, this sector faces numerous challenges that impede its progress. This presentation explored the landscape of maritime education in Bangladesh, delving into its challenges and possibilities for advancement. So due to time restriction, I will just, instead of reading out the slides, I'll just skip and I'll just narrate the gist of my slides. Our maritime education just started in the year 1952 with the establishment of National Maritime as Chittagong, and 1962 by established Bangladesh Marine Academy in Juldia. And with this thing, our maritime education started in Bangladesh. And now I will brief what are the challenges we are facing and what are to-dos for us for future, for us resolving all those challenges. So the challenges are infrastructure limitation, qualified faculty, then regulation compliance, financial constraint, perception and awareness. So I'll be very brief regarding each context. Infrastructure, as a developing country, infrastructure, we have infrastructure limitations. Then qualified faculty, qualified instructors. Because as you know that they are earning a lot of money while they are flying to the sea, onboard sea. Comparing if they earn 10 lakhs in the sea, they will be earning only 1 lakh in the land area. So you can imagine that there will be shortage of instructors in this arena, in this field. Then regulation compliance. We have to be compliant with the STCW regulation of International Maritime Organization, which sometimes proves cumbersome and requires some efforts. Then we have financial constraints. Sometimes we have some competition with the other factors where the government is going to invest their monies, because each money is very valuable at this stage of the development. So due to this conflict, we maybe in all time we are not getting enough finance. Then we have perception and awareness problem. Maximum maritime careers are not as popular or widely recognized as other professions in Bangladesh. The lack of awareness among students and parents about the opportunities and benefits of the maritime education leads to a low intake of students and maritime. Most of our guardians throughout the country, they may be not familiar with this profession 100%. We need to do collaboration and partnerships with other stakeholders, modernization and technical integration, incentivizing faculty development, promoting awareness and outreach, government support and policy reforms. Collaboration and partnership. We need to collaborate with international maritime institutes and industry stakeholders and can facilitate knowledge exchange, faculty training, etc. Then modernization of the equipment. And then we can go for simulated training, we can go for e-learning, and all other modernization activities has to be included in the maritime industry. Then we have to incentivize the maritime faculty. As you know, the professionals are highly paid in the other sectors, especially in the sea. So once they have come to this year, sacrificing their salaries and benefit, then we have to incentivize them a lot. How we can incentivize? We can provide them with sufficient dividends. We can provide them with the scholarship and opportunities. We can provide them with their researches. Then promoting our awareness and outreach. We can do campaigns in the school, colleges, communities. We can do trade fair like this one, or we can communicate with the other industries at home and abroad. Government supports, and of course, no industry can run without the government assistance. So government initiatives such as scholarship, grants, and subsidies can alleviate financial barriers for students pursuing maritime education. Moreover, policy reforms aimed at streamlining regulatory processes, fostering industry-academia collaboration, and promoting research and innovation can create an enabling environment for the growth of the maritime education. And finally, maritime education holds immense potential for Bangladesh's economic development and global competitiveness, addressing the challenges outlined above. Thank you all. Thanks for your patience hearing. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu.
Thank you, Captain Ataur Rahman, Principal, National Marine Academy, Maritime Institute. So now I will request to come on stage our honorable chief guest and followed by other guests. So I request to come on stage Mr. Abul Kalam Azad MP, Chairman, Committee of Public Undertakings, Bangladesh National Parliament. So I request Mr. Abul Kalam Azad sir to come on stage to honor us. Then special guest, His Excellency Mr. Charles Wheatley, EU Ambassador, Delegation of the European Union to Bangladesh. Then Rear Admiral Abdullah Al Mamun Chaudhry, NBP, BSP, NDC, PSC, Chairman, Paira Port Authority. Commodore Mahmoud Malik, BN, Managing Director, Bangladesh Shipping Corporation. Mr. Muhammad Ashraf Hussain, Deputy Secretary, Blue Economy Cell. Captain SM Atikur Rahman, NUP PSCBN, Commandant Bangladesh Marine Academy Borishal, and Mr. Yusuf El Said, Regional Sales Manager Shipping, Jotun, Middle East, India and Africa region. So I request all to come on stage. Thank you all. Now I request Captain SM Atikur Rahman, NUP PSC, BN Commandant Bangladesh Marine Academy Borishal, to deliver his speech on Marine Academy and maritime education.
Respected Chief Guest, Mr. Abul Kalam Azad Sir, MP, Excellency, Rear Admiral Mamun Chaudhry Sir, all other distinguished guests, and August gathering. Very good afternoon and Assalamu alaikum. At the outset, I would like to thank Exponent Exhibition for giving us the opportunity to showcase our product and showcase our training system, as I am the commandant of Bangladesh Marine Academy, Borishal. So with that, I would like to say a few words about our Marine Academy. That means Bangladesh Marine Academy, Borishal. As you all know that about 50 years from the independence of Bangladesh, only Marine Academy was the Chittagong Marine Academy that used to produce around 50 cadets per year. And present Prime Minister, Honorable Prime Minister, she understood the requirement of the world, the marine sector, that it can handle. It requires lot of mariners, lot of officers to run the business of maritime sector. So she decided to establish 4 new marine academies. So one of them is Bangladesh Marine Academy, Borishal. She inaugurated the Bangladesh Marine Academy, Borishal on 6 May 2021 with the objectives to spread the maritime education throughout the Bangladesh, as well as provide the competent seafarers in the marine industries. We have started our journey in the 1st of January 2022, and our first batch of the pre-SIC training has been completed. 65 students are graduated so far, and already half of the students, that means 30 students, are already on board various ships serving as a cadet. So ladies and gentlemen, I can proudly say that we are following the course curriculum provided by the IMO. We are strictly following the STCW, and to get the international flavor, we have completed the audit by ISO, and we want to excel in this regard. So besides the ISO or the syllabus provided by the IMO or STCW, we also provide the education to our students for the graduation degree under the authority of the Maritime University of Bangladesh, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Maritime University. Generally, we can say that besides the professional education, we also provide them the physical education. We also provide them the mental training, as well as the cultural reformation, so that they can adapt themselves in the maritime environment very easily. So it's a regimental training that we provide. Almost we have the training facilities for about 250 students at a time, and presently we are taking 150 students for the pre-SIT training. For the post-SIT training, there will be another 100 in future also. We can proudly say that our students are very good in English, and non-alcoholism is one of our strengths in this sector. So we have found that in the marine professions from the other nationalities, these two problems are acute, but in our case, these problems will not be there, and we are getting the response from various marine agencies where our students are being employed. Gentlemen, we can say that the marine profession is a very good profession, and it gives, you can contribute towards the world, towards the marine environment, towards the business community. At the same time, you have a very good earning or very good contribution towards your national economy. With the identification of these two potentials, our Honorable Prime Minister, Sheikh Hasina, she has taken a very good step to improve our capacity, to improve, to provide support to the marine communities worldwide. And I am indebted to her for taking all these decisions. So our challenges in this sector, that we have already completed the pre-SIT training. All the facilities are being established and running fine. At the same time, we want to establish the post-SIT training in our academy, which will be started in next years onward, and hopefully we will be similarly successful in implementing or in establishing all these facilities in our academy. So we have already established the affiliation or the MOU with the Maritime University, Borishal University, and now our target is to reach some of the foreign countries or some of the universities in the other countries beyond our territory. So we are trying hard so that a collaboration is is being established with the various industries. Ladies and gentlemen, you will be glad to know that we are offering the scholarship for the landlocked countries to train in the seafarers training, that means officers, in our academy. So it is in the ministry, and hopefully we will start this training program. That means we will provide the scholarship for 10 students from the world through the IMO. So very soon it will be enacted, and we will get this one. So with this good news, I want to conclude my speech. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, everybody. Assalamu alaikum and Joy Bangla.
Thank you, Captain Atikur Rahman, Commandant Bangladesh Marine Academy, Borishal. So we like to hear something from Mr. Ashraf Hussain, Deputy Secretary, Blue Economy Cell. So I think he will give some hope to the world, hope to Bangladesh and to us. Thank you.
Respected moderator, Honorable Chief Guest, the former Principal Secretary to the Government of Bangladesh and existing Member of the Parliament, Mr. Abul Kalam Azad, His Excellency, Ambassador of the European Union, Charles Whiteley, other special guests, industrialists, members of print and electronic media, Assalamu alaikum and good evening. With the successful demarcation of the maritime boundary with India and Myanmar in 2014 and 2012, the Blue Economy Cell was established. We are responsible to monitor the activities around 26 ministries and almost 50 departments, and we also coordinate with the research organizations of different universities, particularly University of Dhaka, University of Chittagong, Khulna, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Maritime University, Bangladesh Oceanographic Research Institute, and so on. I'd like to convey my thanks to the organizers here that they had raised a fundamental question about the shipbreaking, which sometimes actually draws the attention of the people, because shipbreaking industries sometimes may cause pollution of the marine environment. I am very much pleased with the observation that they have developed their capacity as well as efficiency regarding the shipbreaking, which is safe and sound in comparison with the first. And this one of the largest industries of Bangladesh, I think, it will be developed day by day. However, Bangladesh has the ample opportunity of blue economy, particularly in marine fisheries, shipping, tourism. At the same time, if we can keep our environment pollution-free, seaweeds and other living things, and we have also heavy minerals, oil, energy in the Bay of Bengal. So thanks goes to the Honorable Prime Minister, actually, who led Bangladesh to have the control over these 118,000 and 1,813 kilometers of maritime boundary of Bangladesh. And Blue Economy Cell is responsible to coordinate with these ministries and departments as well as the universities to go ahead to work together. You know that the maritime environment actually doesn't depend on Bangladesh only, because we need the sea-to-sea principles, as 54 rivers fall to the Bay of Bengal through India and 3 rivers from the Myanmar. So we need shared values, mutual understanding and cooperation and joint development in this sub-region. Thanks again to the respected organizations and the Honorable Chief Guest, a special guest who have already reached on time and has allowed me to say something on this occasion. Thanks to the organizations, thanks to the Marinetech Expo. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, Muhammad Ashraf Hussain, Deputy Secretary, the Blue Economy Cell, so for your nice words on blue economy. Now I welcome Commander Mahmoudul Malik, BN, Managing Director, Bangladesh Shipping Corporation.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Chief guest of today's session, Muhammad Abul Kalam Azad MP, His Excellency, Ambassador of European Commission to Bangladesh, distinguished guests, colleagues, and fellow maritime participants, overseas representative also, and ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and very good afternoon. At the very outset, I extend my sincere thanks to Exponent for arranging such a program, because in future, basically, the crew standard, the equipment, collectively contributing to enhanced green shipping would be the deciding factor to operate our seagoing platform all over the world. And that would be a great challenge for us. And certainly, the nation collectively is pursuing for that. And therefore, I intend to talk a little bit about eco-friendly activities of Bangladesh Shipping Corporation and collectively what should be our course of action, particularly for all the flag carrier of this country. So, ladies and gentlemen, today I stand before you not only as representative of Bangladesh Shipping Corporation, but as a proponent of our shared responsibility, the protection of our precious ocean and invaluable maritime environment. These are basically collectively known as global common because everybody has got due share. At the same time, all the nations have got equal responsibility to maintain that one. As you know that Bangladesh Shipping Corporation was established in the hand of father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman on 5th February 1972, which was only 25 days after of his homecoming. So you can visualize that how visionary he was, that he could develop such a colossal organization within the shortest possible time, considering its prospect and future opportunities. And that's how we are growing and developing and contributing to national economy significantly. As you know that only national flag carrier ocean-going state-owned shipping company in Bangladesh, we understand the immense impact of our operations that may have on the maritime environment. Please note that we are not just carrying cargo, we are also entrusted to maintain the well-being of a delicate ecosystem and the countless life it bears. With a deep understanding, we have embarked on a mission to navigate through a green horizon without making any disturbance and harm thereof. As you know that the IMO has developed its many protocols, especially the first protocol they have developed in 1997, and 2020, the carbon emission has been reduced to only 0.5%, then from 3.5%. And the midterm development will take place from 2023 to 2030, where we have to reduce further 40%, and from 30 to 50, we have to reduce further 70%. And after 2050, the carbon emission has to be zero. Then the ships will be able to only operate on the ocean. Our commitment to environmental sustainability is multifaceted and very comprehensive, encompassing eco-friendly and every aspect of our cooperation. We are keen to comply all eco-friendly protocols, not only in our own waters or any part of the globe where we keep our footprint. Therefore, we are also ambassador of our nation where eco-friendly activities play a substantial role. And now I intend to share a few activities what BSC is catering, and at the same time I'll give you also some glimpses that what is our future plan to maintain green shipping. Firstly, that is current eco-friendly activities that BLC has engulfed. The first, the low sulfur fuel. The Bangladesh Shipping Corporation is now using low sulfur heavy fuel, which the sulfur contained only 0.05%, conforming the IMO protocol in our fleet vessel. And that is significantly reducing the acid rain formation and safeguarding marine life. Additionally, we are actively exploring alternative fuels for our future platforms like LNG, then biofuels, and certainly at this moment of time, we are also using dual fuel engine to contribute to the green shipping. Now, another option we do have that is embracing energy efficiency. We meticulously control engine RPM following the energy efficiency design index that has been set to every ship. That is basically part of our ship energy efficiency management plan. That also recommended by IMO and other maritime organizations. As you know, to gain your speed, if we increase the expenditure of fuel, certainly the advantage you get, a substantial amount of unburned fuel remains, and that creates basically carbon emission. So if you minimize, make a good plan, if you can utilize your fuel significantly, certainly the emission will be reduced significantly. So that plan we do have and we are incorporating. And at this moment of time, many countries, they are also generating that type of engines so that it can maintain the energy efficiency design index. Control the emission of nitrogen oxide, which is most harmful effect to the environment. We are also keen to limit the emission of nitrogen oxide to the atmosphere by complying nitrogen oxide emission policy using latest design engine, which is ensuring the quality of air for coastal communications and beyond. Another equipment we are using that is called ballast water treatment plant. This may be very, very common to mariners, for others may be new. Recognizing the delicate balance for the maritime ecosystem, we have equipped our vessel with ballast water treatment plant. This system eliminates invasive species, including the organism that could disrupt local ecology, ensuring the safety and health of our ocean. Already many countries of the world, many ports, they have enforced some restriction. If ships do not possess this ballast water treatment plant, they cannot bring their ballast and they cannot discharge any water over there. Absolutely, those are prohibited. Oily water separator. We are consistent in our commitment for prevailing oil spills. Every vessel in our fleet utilizing oil water separator to remove oil contaminants from bilge water before discharging. Therefore, our ships are saving the sea from oil pollution. There is another equipment for oil tanker that includes oil discharge monitoring equipment that is very close to oil water separator. Our chemical tankers utilizes oil discharge monitoring equipment, that is ODME, to ensure that no oily cargo residue pollutes to the sea. Then we have got also sewerage treatment plan, STP. We follow the obligatory requirement to have efficient STP or sewage treatment plan to convert the human waste so that it does not pollute or infest the seawater. We are committed not to discharge untreated waste to any of the maritime environment. Eliminating harmful materials from ships. Recognize the dangers and harmful effect of the asbestos that you have seen also in the video clip. That we have made our entire fleet and accessory equipment free of asbestos. We do not have any asbestos at this moment of time. Every item from the stores to onboard undergoes rigorous certification to ensure compliance with the vital safety measures. And at the same time, we also follow ISM, International Safety Management System. So these are some steps which I have elaborated. We are taking to make the eco-friendly environment through our engagement. We understand that our journey towards a sustainable future is ongoing, and we are constantly exploring new technologies and innovations to further reduce our environmental toxicity. Now, little bit future course of action, that what we are planning to engulf so that our carbon emission and other environmental threats will be substantially minimized. As I've said before also, that Energy Efficiency Design Index, we are planning to incorporate, that is a comprehensive plan, Energy Efficiency Design Index, in our new ships, which are going to procure shortly, which are in the process of acquisition. So the engine as well as the plan should be well integrated so that itself reduces the carbon emission. Now we are actively looking for alternate fuel like methanol, and sometimes the dual fuel engine will continue, and one of the fuel has to be absolutely carbon-free emission. That we are planning to use methanol and other fuel in our future ships so that no sulfur emission take place. Propeller blade retrofit. We'll use propeller blade retrofit, that is fixing a small propeller behind the big propeller to get better propulsion output. You have seen that the Jotun representative, he has shown a vicious cycle. Then even if your paint is not good, that will create friction with the water. And ultimately, you have to use more power and you have to emit more carbon. So every activity has got a link up. If your equipment and if your crew are not well tuned up, if you do not have a comprehensive plan, every activity is going to contribute and will pose serious threat to our maritime environment. Ship design and power management. We'll have improved design of ships like evolution in ship's curvature, advanced hull design, utilizing appropriate crane, redesigning of bulbous bow, they're introducing energy efficiency, electrical equipment, mechanical windshield, and so on. Many options are being developed. Even now, ships are thinking to have mechanical sail, then solar panel. Many alternative options like hybrid vehicle. Ships are also trying to utilize many multi-systems so that at least they can reduce the utilization of fossil fuel. But however, effective collaboration is very, very important. We believe that true environmental change can only be achieved through collaborative actions. We actively collaborate with various international maritime or marine organizations like IMO and others to share best practices and infuse environmental regulations. We are also engaged with state agencies and classification societies to raise awareness and foster a culture of shared responsibility. We are optimistic such collaboration will have wide bandwidth to integrate in upcoming days. Now, I am at the end of my speech. The future of maritime transportation must be conducive to maritime environment. That is very corresponding relation it has got. As Bangladesh Shipping Corporation, we are determined to be at the forefront of this initiative to ensure a sustainable oceanic division for mankind. We'll continue to invest in cleaner technologies, promote good practices, and collaborate with stakeholders to ensure a healthy and secure ocean for greenhouse next generations to come. And let's stand together, united in our commitment to a sustainable future where the vast blue domain of our ocean remains a source of livelihood and key to prosperity for all. Certainly, such planned capability enhancement will ensure well-being of the people and of this safe planet. Thank you very much. Long live Bangladesh Shipping Corporation. Long live Bangladesh. Joy Bangla.
Thank you, Commodore Mahmudul Malek, for your beautiful speech and good presentation on Bangladesh Shipping Corporation and the upgradation of Bangladesh Shipping Corporation. So now I will call Rear Admiral Abdullah Al Mamun Chaudhry, NBP, BSP, NDC, PSC, Chairman, Paira Port Authority, to deliver his valuable speech. So, sir, come on the stage to deliver your speech, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today's respected chair, Mr. Abul Kalam Azad MP, Chairman Committee for Public Undertaking for Bangladesh National Parliament. His Excellency Mr. Charles Whitley, the respected Ambassador of EU, Managing Director of Bangladesh Shipping Corporation, Commodore Malek, Mr. Yusuf El Said, the Regional Manager of Shipping, and you have spoken very nice about your paint issues. Really impressed. And Engineer Mr. Mahabur Rahman, today's moderator. He has not spelled out that on which subject I am going to speak. So it's my freedom, sir. With your permission, I can speak any subject. Thank you very much. Sir, I'm very confused that how to speak in front of others, sir, today. How to speak, because sir was the mentor for Blue Economy. Probably you know that in 2017, sir was in SDG. He was the chief advisor to SDG 14 that time. And I was working, happened to be working as in the Blue Economy Cell that time. I was the pioneer member of Blue Economy Cell, Blue Economy Cell established under EMRD, that is Energy Ministry, in 2017. That was on 5 June. It was inaugurated. And I'm really, what to speak, I don't know, sir. And another point, once I see that today's subject, the green maritime practice, so I bought few lines, just wrote. Now I bought a folder. And I saw, once I saw the subject, after that, how I'm going to manage this, I'm really confused. But this is the subject today, the green maritime practice. Because after some time, I'll throw it in the dustbin, it will go to the drain, it will go to the river, and followed by the sea. So this is the management, actually, we need to learn. For me also, I am also learning from today, that today's subject was green maritime practice. So we have to avoid this. So with this, I like to share my feelings and a few activities as I work with our chairman today, before, that blue economy. Mr. Rashid has said few words, very excellent words he said. Actually, we used to know the brown economy, which was related to, like, for example, like coal, hydrocarbons. Brown economy, then it came to golden economy. It was like sunshine. Somebody said sunshine economy. It was like solar plants and others. Actually, after 2010, the Rio Convention that has been converted to green and blue together. The green economy basically defines the economy that seeks reduced environmental risk and ecological scarcities and promote for the blue economy activities. So green and blue, to my understanding, it is all correlated. And as Mr. Rashid was saying, that there are 26 sectors and departments related to the blue economy. So when I joined as a poor member as a blue economy in 2017, you know that actually starting discussion on blue economy started since 2014. After the final demarcation with both the neighbors, east and west neighbors, but we had left with third neighbor, there is Bay of Bengal, I consider. So on this discussion, Honorable Prime Minister has conducted a a seminar, international seminar, so far I can remember, in the month of September. That was a first seminar on blue economy, where Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has directed clearly how to proceed in line with SDG 14 that time. Sir, if I am not wrong. So, and that was propagated from the Prime Minister's office. And finally, officially, the Blue Economy Cell was established under EMRD. That is on 5 or 6 June 2017. But later what happened, there is a cell. The problem is, as Mr. Rashid was saying, Mr. Ashraf was saying, that there are 26 different sectors. What I faced, is there any commitment for shipping, fishery activities, requirement of tourism activities? There are a lot of different sectors. For example, if I just few mention, like BAPEX, Geological Survey of Bangladesh, Petrobangla, all falls under Energy Ministry. Department of Fishery, BFDC, BFRI, that is Bangladesh Fishery Research Institute, that falls under Fishery Department. So whenever the fishery problem comes, we fall back, but we did not get any headway. Then SPARSO, once I tried to have some surveillance systems of the fishery, because, sir, for your kind information, I'd like to share one experience. Then the fishermen, they get early information through their apps, the mobile apps, about the chlorophyll concentration of fish. We have number of rivers starting from Karnofuli, starting from Matarbari, that area, up to the Poshur River. There are a lot of rivers. The fisherman goes blindly. And you know, I am from the Navy. I have served 16 years at sea. I find within 40 nautical miles, that about 80 kilometers, all the fishermen are limiting. They are not going beyond. And they are going blind. Once they get free area, they just fish. So I proposed one of the proposition, that surveillance system of fishery that has been done by the many countries like France, European countries. What they do, they find out the chlorophyll concentration, and it gives information to by apps to the through mobile to the fishermen. So from Calcutta Harbour, a fisherman living, he knows that where the fish today, because the fish goes all together. They goes together. So once the fisherman knows that where the today's concentration is, he can straight head and he can straight away grab this fish and come back. But our fishermen are going blindly to now, as far as today now. Even I tried for the, one of the endeavor was taken by our Honorable MP, that was to make one of the survey vessel, that is geological survey vessel to purchase, but we did not make headway. There are few factors like geological survey of Bangladesh, 400 engineers working just for the land part. They have not much involvement to the sea because of the limitation of the survey vessel. There is multi-role survey vessels. So that also, sir, as per your, as you are here, I think still we can make headway to make at least multi-role survey vessel. It can be used by the GSB, it can be used by the Maritime University, as well as Maritime Oceanography departments of different university. They can go together, and we need to know that what we have beneath the sea. Actually, the BAPEX, then you see that the Petrobangla, they are exploring, but they have the data, they are keeping at their own regarding this only exploration of oil and hydrocarbon, not other issues. So if I have multi-role survey vessels that had long line, that can be used by the different departments, and that will have positive impact on the blue economy, sir. Another issue, sir, I was facing little bit difficulties on how to make it plan. So respected Chairman, sir, has given us guideline. I brought him in our office at Petrobangla. We had a long seminar meeting, and then sir has directed to make the immediate plan, 2 years plan, 5 years plan, and then 10 years plan. So that plan also, I think, implemented by the blue economy. So my understanding goes, sir, regarding this implementation, if the blue economy cell can be under any of the cabinet secretary or the principal secretary's office, that will make a headway. Earlier, for example, so you know, the BEBSA, they were independently working, but when they fall back to PM office, that we saw the headway. So this is the one of the aspect, I think Ashraf is working on that. I think it is almost in the last lane. I think it will be falling to either cabinet secretary or SPM office, PM's principal secretary. Still, not finalized. So sir, I think we can see some green light out of this progress. So this is about my blue economy experience, and now a little bit of Pyroport. You know that the beginning of the journey of maritime of Bangladesh was done by our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and following his legacy, our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who owned the sea area and coupled with development of maritime sectors. So one of the key area, there is a Pyra. Pyra, the very name was given by the Honorable Prime Minister because the Pyra port not located alongside the Pyra River, for your information. Pyra port located alongside the Ravnabad River. But the name given by the Honorable Prime Minister, and I think those who have visited recently, the port started journey in 2013, but gradually we started bringing our ships from 16, and it was mostly we got BCPCL, and recently we will include one more coal plant. That is the biggest coal plant of area for the power division. RNPL will be included. So we are bringing coal from 2019 frequently, and in a month we are bringing around 12 to 15 ships so far. And for your kind information, that we are including one of the big terminals, 650 meters, that will be finished end of September. And the connectivity from the existing Bhanga, that is called Padda Bridge Road, that is also being underway by the Department of Roads and Highway. So once this connectivity will be established, the power of Pyra port will get more light. And apart from that, for your information, we included one, there are a lot of maritime stakeholders here. From Chittagong, if you go to Chittagong Sea Beach, if you look towards south, you see hundreds of inland coasters are waiting for their serial. Sir, recently giyecchen hoyto sir. If you see from the flight also in Chittagong, the number of inland coasters are waiting for their serial going to come from Chittagong to Dhaka. But the hinterland water from the Pyra port is much easier. We have all along 4-meter draft following the Kaligans to Dhaka. It takes 36 hours. From Chittagong to Dhaka, it takes 45 hours. They had to wait for the high water in Shondip and other subsequent islands. So from our side, from Pyra port, it can go directly to Kaligans, through Kaligans to Dhaka or Narayanganj or even the Borishal division. So we are trying to explore that area, and also Honorable Prime Minister has given directives to bring fertilizer and rice, wheats, all these items, 20% for the Pyra port, 40% for Mangla port, and 40% for Chittagong port. So once this is implemented, once we get some levies from our stakeholder, then Pyra port, the economic viability will see the positive sectors. And we like to invite all of you to see the Pyra port. Because of Pyra port, there are, for the different projects, whole Kuakata and Pyra port, Potokhali area has been developed. So there has been huge development of our social upgradation, and people are now looking forward when Pyra port will become, because we accommodated the ships, we brought the ships about 10.5 meter draft we are bringing. Chittagong port bringing 9 to 9.5, Mangla port is from 8 to 8.5. So as per the draft concern, though that Pyra port can bring 10.5 meter Panamax vessels. So with this, I'd like to end with my briefing, sir, with the kind guidelines. Thank you very much, sir. Joy Bangla, Bangladesh, Chirajubi Ho.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Rear Admiral Abdullah Al Mamun Chaudhary, for his valuable speech. His Excellency, Mr. Charles Wheatley, EU Ambassador.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator. Good evening, Honourable Chief Guest, MP Abul Kalam Azad. Great pleasure to be with all the distinguished panellists today. I'm delighted to be here. It's good to see some very familiar companies at the Marinetech exposition. I've visited several of them. I think I first visited a shipbreaking yard in 2006 during my first posting in Bangladesh. Fast forward 15 years, and I've visited several since I returned, ship recycling yards, and the transformation of this sector is absolutely remarkable, and I would pay tribute to everybody here who's made that possible, from government to the industry to other stakeholders. So a big congratulations for the direction in which the industry is now heading. From an EU perspective, this industry is immensely important because nearly 90% of the EU's external freight trade is conducted by sea, and the shipping industry is at the top of the European Union's economic and environmental agenda. And if you see the regulations that are coming out of the EU, they're designed to try to support the green transition across the globe. The green transition here in Bangladesh is one of our 3 priorities for cooperation with the government, civil society and other stakeholders. But we want to join forces to tackle substandard shipping across the world, reduce the risk of serious maritime accidents and minimise the environmental impact of maritime transport. It's been very interesting to see some of the presentations in that regard today. We also actively combat piracy and terrorism threats, and we're collaborating with Bangladesh under the EU Strategy for Cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, our Crimario initiative, which aims to enhance maritime security and safety in the Indo-Pacific through cross-sectoral, interagency and cross-regional collaboration, including combating illegal, unreported and unregulated fishing. And we seek to build this maritime capacity against drug trafficking, human trafficking and wildlife crime. I'm very pleased that Bangladesh is now fully on board with this initiative. An essential focus of the EU in the shipping sector is on, of course, the social dimension, improving working conditions, health and safety in the industry. And I recall, again, which shows the transformation in Bangladesh, a film called Iron Crows, which came out 13 years ago, which really shone a spotlight on some of the shortcomings in the Bangladesh industry. And now again, you fast forward 14 years and see the amazing transformation that's happened across the compliance sectors. So in the past, we've supported the IMO in helping to support that transformation here. And while many companies still need to do some work, investing significantly to improve safety, health and environmental standards and aligning with international conventions really will pay dividends. And of course, it's expensive, and that's why we must all pay tribute to those who've invested in the industry here to make it internationally compatible, not least compatible with the Hong Kong Convention. Regarding, as we've heard several times, regarding the climate impact of shipping, we in the EU actively support the IMO in implementing its 2023 greenhouse gas strategy, which targets net zero emissions from ships by 2050. And we heard in the presentation that shipping is presently responsible for 3% of emissions. And we're investing as EU in developing and combining clean solutions such as shoreside electrification, wind-powered transport and synthetic fuels based on clean hydrogen. We're supporting the establishment of a global network of maritime technology cooperation centres to help less developed countries address the climate impact of shipping activities. And there's a €10 million energy efficiency project supporting beneficiary countries in limiting and reducing greenhouse gas emissions from their shipping sectors through various measures. And I hope Bangladesh can be part of that. Overcoming technological and economic barriers to the decarbonisation of the shipping sector is crucial, and Europe is not only a global leader in shipping but also in the green transition. And some of our large shipping lines are preparing to operate ocean-going container vessels on carbon-neutral e-methanol or sustainable biomethanol to achieve these climate goals. So we need a level playing field in the shipping sector. The European shipping sector operating in Bangladesh and transporting Bangladesh exports worldwide does face some challenges. Since 2015, restrictions have limited full foreign investment, allowing only up to 49% equity for foreign shareholders here in Bangladesh. And while the 2019 flag vessels law allows for waivers from the 50% cargo reservation rule, the 2023 rule does introduce new requirements that complicate obtaining such waivers. So these legal and operational barriers have caused service disruptions and business uncertainty for EU shipping operators in Bangladesh. I hope these can be resolved in the fullness of time. Europe, as we all know, is Bangladesh's largest export destination, and that's facilitated by European shipping lines, so we all have an interest in making this recipe right. So we stand with Bangladesh, not only in transporting your exports globally, but also in transitioning Bangladesh's shipping sector to a greener future in line with IMO's climate strategy. Let's continue to make this a positive pillar of our collaboration, and I wish you all every success in continuing the amazing transformation of this sector in Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you, His Excellency Mr. Charles Wheatley, EU Ambassador, for delivering his valuable speech in front of us and the engagement of EU in maritime sector of Bangladesh. So now I welcome our Honorable Mr. Abul Kalam Azad sir, Abul Kalam Azad MP, Chairman, Committee of Public Undertakings, Bangladesh National Parliament, to deliver his valuable speech in front of us. Thank you, sir.
Excellency, guests on the dais, and dear friends from maritime industries, good afternoon. It's a great pleasure for me to be here. I start my deliberation with the paying respect, gratitude to Father of the Nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the martyrs from his family, our 3 million martyrs and 200,000 mothers and sisters, though lost their dignity in the liberation war, and the martyrs, though those who gave their life in democratic movement in Bangladesh. Again, this is a great opportunity because you see the maritime opportunities, it's sea, and sea is what are you doing? We are taking water with a spoon from the sea in terms of harnessing resources in Bangladesh from the sea. Sea has a vast resources in terms of marine business, shipbuilding, fishing. So many people, they can work home and abroad, minerals, so many things. Once we were talking about the SDG implementation in our country, we need about $1 trillion, about $66 billion per year from 2016 to 2030. So it's about 1 trillion. How can we get these resources? Only two major sources, because we have no natural resources. So one is the sea, which is one part is the maritime, and another is the skill development of our country. Unfortunately, skill development is located in our country in Prime Minister's office. Now I heard that it is decided that the issues of blue economy, which is the most important resources for SDG implementation, or having the future of Bangladesh, because we have almost equal size of Bangladesh in our sea. We can have opportunity to harness the resources from there. It's a very good decision that maybe now the blue economy cell will be much more active. Rather, this will be effective. We were talking about the recycling, green shipbreaking industries. We saw two videos also. We also know that by 2050, in the sea, plastic bottles will be more than that of the fishes in the sea. This is the prediction. We need to look into very carefully, not only for the sea, but also in the land also. We are using so many plastics, polythenes everywhere in terms of making the household materials, fashion materials and all these. So we need to look into that, how to reduce use of plastics. The issue of carbon is coming here. Yes, Bangladesh emits 0.4 metric ton of carbon per capita per year, where in the developed country, it is not in the single digit, double digit, 10 metric ton, 11, 12, up to 16 metric ton of carbon. So why the global warming is? My request in this gathering also, please try to reduce use of plastic and emission of carbon and ammonia consciously. I'm very thankful to the organizers, those who invited me in this event. I'm very fortunate when I was in the government service, especially as the Principal Secretary to the Honorable Prime Minister and SDG Coordinator. I had the opportunity to go through all these issues. Once I was board member of Marine Academy. So I was very closely working with the Matarbari Port, with the Chittagong Port Bay Terminal, also Paira Port and Mongla Port. So it's my pleasure that today I am here with all my very good, brilliant friends, those who are very eagerly and seriously working for the maritime industries in Bangladesh. Dear private sector people, always Honorable Prime Minister says that development and growth of Bangladesh is possible only when the private sector participates. This is done in almost all the sectors, including the maritime sector. So please come forward. Government is ready to support you in different way. Issues for the tax, VAT and all other issues. As a member of parliament, I can commit you that I will be your next friend to support you in any of your problem so that Bangladesh can go forward. Dear friends, you know, Bangladesh has a dream trajectory. Dream trajectory, when this government came into power in 2009, that time His Excellency was also with almost similar assignment here. That time he was not the chief boss, now he is the chief boss. So I believe he loves Bangladesh. So why he opted to be here for the second time, if not third time. So, dream trajectory of Bangladesh is in 2009, this Awami League government, they declared that we want to be a middle income country by 2021. And you know, the globe had the global agenda of Millennium Development Goal from 2000 to 2015. Bangladesh almost achieved all. A good number achieved before 2015. Most of them were achieved in 2015, but a few could not be achieved. One still we could not achieve, that is the afforestation. And in the meantime, in 2018, we got the recommendation to be a LDC country, least developed country. We will be graduate from the LDC. So recommendation was 2018, second recommendation was 2021, and finally we will be graduated. We were supposed to be graduated by 2024, but due to COVID, United Nations decided to make it by 2026. So when we achieved the LDC targets, so in LDC there are three components. There is the Human Asset Index, which comprises 5 issues. There is second one is the Economic Vulnerability Index. It comprises 8 issues, and the per capita, GNI per capita. The beauty of LDC graduation is, out of these 3 issues, if a country pass in 2 area, he is graduated. Very fortunate Bangladesh, for the first time in the global history, that Bangladesh passed first time all these 3 parameters. 2018, 2021, 2021, now we are eagerly waiting for 2026. And as I mentioned about the 2021, well done, very good. Our next step of our dream trajectory is 2030, SDG implementation. You might know, implementation of SDG from 2016 to 2020, it was evaluated by UN, and also the prominent economist Jeffrey Sachs, he had the publication in 2021. And he mentioned that 3 countries, they did very well in SDG implementation, and Bangladesh amongst them is first. So quickly we were implementing the SDG. Bangladesh had another milestone is 2041, developed country by 2041. So this document we finalized in 2018. That document of 2041. But in the meantime, Bangladesh government, Sheikh Hasina, Honorable Prime Minister, she understood that the 4th Industrial Revolution happening so quickly. So another special issue, that is the Smart Bangladesh 2041 was essential. So why we prepared another document, Smart Bangladesh by 2041. You saw the global warming. In 2021, the environmentalists, they published a prediction that the global warming, which were supposed to happen in 2050, that has come forward at 2030. So as a climate devastating country, we need to take further step to combat so that our people don't get lost. So why again, in 2023, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina declared Mujib Climate Prosperity Plan, MCPP. All these 3, Journey of 2041, Journey of Smart Bangladesh 2041, Journey of Mujib Climate Prosperity Plan 2041 will go together. Our next step, 100 years of independence of Bangladesh, 2071. And we had the last step, 2100 Delta Plan, the single country in the globe who has the plan of 2100. So I feel proud. I'm very proud that this is the single country have the dream trajectory 2021, 2030, 2041, 2071 and 2100. You are a soldier. My private sector friends, you are a soldier. Obviously the public sector. So if we work together, hands in hands, obviously there is no power in the globe which can stop us achieving 2100 Delta Plan. Again, thank you very much for inviting me in this event. Thank you. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, Bangladesh Chirajibi Hok.
Thanks a lot, our Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Abul Kalam Azad MP, Chairman Committee of Public Undertakings. I like to say something. I think you have, last few hours, you had shown a good passion that you have learned so many things, we have interacted so many things, and our honorable speakers, they have shown their the attitude, they have shown their, there's passion towards the maritime sector, towards the SDG, and, this net zero the 2050, so to achieve. So I have some, these findings that, last 3 days I was here in this seminar, this expo, and there are 2 maritime institutions. So there should be some, this supply and demand calculation. So there are maritime, there's a skilled manpower. We are developing the skilled manpower. So that's some scarcity of jobs around the globe. So in Bangladeshi seafarers also, they are also affected. But we have some threshold that we can overcome that threshold by ourselves. So what is that? One issue is that we are not getting visas in all countries. So visa restriction is a big threshold. But why we are not getting this visa? In 2014, Bangladesh has ratified ILO Convention, thus SID 185. That is Seaman Identification Document. So that document has to be, it is presently we have a machine readable Seaman SID. So it is not accepted by so many countries around the globe. So if we have this SID, then we don't require any visa. So this is so advantage we have, the Marinets. So we request through this Marine Expo and this today's session to our Honorable, this Abul Kalam Azad sir, that, present to pursue this one, that to issue the digital SID by our government, then it will be very easy to circulate our trained workforces around the globe. Otherwise, it's a big threshold, big restriction to go around and to earn some foreign remittances. Another point is, we are talking about the blue economy, we are talking about this SDG and also the net zero. One component to reduce the carbon emission that we have to have, there are so many stages we are passing. One is to, this use of fuel. That is, I think, our Honorable MD of Bangladesh Shipping Corporation explained that 0.5, the percent sulfur content in the fuel, that is now requirement to reduce the SOx and NOx. So in Bangladesh, we don't have this supply of bunker of 0.5% sulfur. So we should, we should prepare our refineries. We should install more, fuel blending plants or, fuel plants in Bangladesh. Or we should ensure that this supply, otherwise from, these foreign ships, if they come to Bangladesh and if this bunker facility, low sulfur fuel bunker facility is not available in Bangladesh, then they will be reluctant to come to Bangladesh. So this is a big issue that we should ensure, we should look after the low sulfur fuel. Later on, the advancement of scrubber tower, ballast water treatment plant, this is automatically, ship will adapt this one. But supply of bunker at low sulfur fuel, if we cannot ensure locally, then, in future it will be, so many vessels will, they may, they will not be interested to come to Bangladesh. And one urge to our EU ambassador that the Basel Convention to relax the Basel Convention for recycling the vessel in Bangladesh. So that's why EU ship is not coming to Bangladesh. So I think now as ship recycling facility has been developed in world class, so we are expecting the European vessel will come to Bangladesh for demolish, then we can handle it as per the EU standard. So this Hong Kong, and as Bangladesh been ratified Hong Kong Convention, we are developing the arts as per the Hong Kong Convention. There is a marginal, difference between EU and this Hong Kong Convention. So we expect that EU Convention, EU SSR, it will be reduced or minimized to adapt Hong Kong Convention certified vessel yard. So then we can welcome European vessel in our country. So thanks again. Thanks everybody, the participants and our guests panel. So now I request and I will hand over to Ms. Ruhi to announce the memento distribution. The list is with you. So, and we will distribute some mementos to the honorable guests and also the exhibitors. So now I handing over to the Ms. Ruhi. Thank you. Thank you again.
I request the Managing Director, Exponent Exhibition, Mr. Rashidul Haq, to distribute the memento among the guests.
Flowering as well.
Thank you. Thank you. In one of their events, I told you.
So they listen to you. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. Thanks a lot. That's really nice. Give it a name. You have to talk to them, don't you? You don't need much care, do they, Captain?
Safeway Technologies Limited, KR Ship Recycling Yard, KR Ship Recycling Yard, Oberon International, Oberon Maven Trading and Jamuna Oil Company Limited, Padma Oil Company Limited, Meghna Petroleum Limited, Mazada Shipping Line Limited, Mazada Shipping Line Limited, Madras Hard Tools Private Limited, Madras Hard Tools Private Limited, Bengal Airlift Limited, Bengal Airlift Limited, Dream Trade Limited, MS Service Line, MS Service Line, Paya Port Authority, Paya Port Authority, HR Ship Management, HR Ship Management, SYP Solutions Limited, SYP Solutions Limited, SYP Solutions Limited, SYP Solutions Limited.